So here are 3 themes that we've learned from our work with top performing individuals and teams, and I'll add 1 bonus thought and consideration for team leaders so that you don't fall victim or prey to Microsoft's productivity study's latest statistics. So here's what we know. Thing number 1, top performing individuals and teams relentlessly prioritize. They're not swayed or persuaded to attend meetings just because higher ups or big names or huge names are going to be at that meeting or the project happens to be of significance to the company. If it falls outside of the 3 to 5 values and accomplishments that they want to do and deliver to deem themselves successful by the end of the year, it might fall far from their radar. Top performers also bend time by having a mindset of really an internal locus of control. So they believe that they determine their workflow and their calendar, despite how heavily it's populated. And they're also able to block time, dedicated time, whether it's Pomodoro's technique or something else, where they're caffeinated perhaps, turn on Brain FM, and they are heads down doing work in the moment of flow. When they do this, they're at a minimum 2.5 times more productive than your typical employee. So that's thing number 1, they relentlessly and ruthlessly prioritize. Thing number 2 is they automate decision-making. So whether this is systems and tools to reduce friction outside of work, maybe they have Instacart to make grocery shopping easy, whatever the tools are that they use, they save their willpower and really decision-making for work. They delegate, delete, or defer. That's it. It's one of the 3 Ds. When they do attend meetings, they're fully present, they're not multitasking, and they're certainly not rushing. There is a myth of rushing, and they subconsciously are aware of that. And by being fully present, you can get the very best of them, and there's no redos, there's no catching up, and there's no clarification after because they missed something due to multitasking. You get the best of them when they show up, and they're very deliberate about where they get that. We've seen Dan Pink's topic of when come into play here too, because these folks, top performing individuals and teams, know what times of the day that they're most productive, and they'll stack rank their tasks in order of when they're freshest. So maybe tackling the hardest challenge when it's the best time for them to do so. Definitely eliminating things before they optimize. And thing number 3 is they actually did ask for collaboration tools. They believe that Slack and other mechanisms and collaboration tools enhance their work and avoid meetings. So they save through tribal knowledge because they can share things quickly. Everyone that has access to that Slack channel, as an example, has access to the same information that's being fed quickly, and it can avoid or reduce redundant meetings on the same topic. So similarly, in terms of tools, they, if they're working from home, they don't have the TV on, they avoid distractions, they silent their phones and all of those notifications. And again, that supports thing number 1, which is the ruthless prioritization. So team leaders, what can you do in terms of your rituals, rhythms, routines, and your regular cadence for meetings? Think about whether there's a strong purpose for having everyone together synchronously, or can it be asynchronous? Are you printing agendas and sending that out in advance? Does your team have a pact that pre-reads are actually necessary so that everyone's on the same page? A lot of the first 5 to 15 minutes of meetings can be eliminated because everyone's come with the same background knowledge, committed to the agenda, and making decisions. Sounds simple? It's not always simple in practice or done universally. Also, are you sharing meeting notes in case people aren't attending and your follow-up items? ChatGPT, we use this a lot at Exemplary Performance to streamline that process. So all you have to do is click send, and then everyone understands what happened at the meeting if they weren't able to attend and what action items they're accountable for. And finally, is 60 minutes the default rule in terms of your meeting length? Could it be 20? Could it be 25 or 30? These are things that we've come across in our work with high performers that definitely kind of negates a little bit of this article and allows them to thrive despite the additions of meetings and collaboration tools, which could contribute to workload. Thanks.